Traders, welcome back to another video. And as I said in the last video, this one's going to be about my journey so far as a trader. So let's just get into it. So I think it all started for me around actually 10 years ago. This is when I first got my real taste of the Forex market. And it was my cousin's friend who was crushing it at the time with trading. And I think he actually introduced me, it was him who introduced me to a bot, right? This trading bot that you plugged in. We even had to go to a seminar where, a seminar, right? A fucking seminar where this guy would introduce you how to use the bot. He would show you his screenshots of him trading the bot and, the amount of money that he's making and so forth. And, my eyes were just like, oh, whoa, it's like, you fucking, and it's like tax-free, work from your laptop. I was like, oh my goodness, this is insane. Really, like, this is actually happening. And my cousin's mate showed me his account and he was trading. And I think at the time when I actually got involved, he actually stopped using the bot and started using his own strategy. But then, I got the bot, and for like 3 straight months of paying a monthly fee for this bot, I think it was like at the time, maybe, I don't know, between 80 and 150 pounds a month to use the bot. And it would just give you buy and sell signals. Like, it would literally, like when the market maybe got to a high or something, it would literally say sell or something like that, or an arrow would appear and that would be cause for you to sell and so forth, right? I lost money like for 3 straight months. That was it. So after that, I was just like, all right, no, fuck this. I'm bowing out. I'm not even gonna touch this anymore. And that's when I kind of like discovered online marketing. And from there, I gradually excelled at that. Now, coming up to 5 years now, being in the online space, naturally, you're looking at something on YouTube or something like that, you get pulled into various different ways to make money online. And, I think I started watching a few videos on Forex trading again, and it kind of piqued my interest again. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, this sounds cool. Another source of income would be incredible. And I think at the time, after maybe about a year of searching various different strategies and testing a few things out and, making money here, losing money there with like just random shit, literally just random strategies, just finding stuff online and literally just testing it out, I came across Niall Fuller's site. I think his site is called Learn to Trade the Market, an Australian guy. And his strategy is basically end of day trading. I never bought his course. I probably should have, to be honest with you, but the insights from his online articles were so valuable that I got started straight away using that. And just like, you guys are kind of like using my YouTube videos to, make yourself profits because the information is quite valuable, right? So using this end of day strategy worked really well for me because I was working as well at the time, and it's end of day. So all I'm doing is looking for pin bars or inside bars, like bearish pin bars or bullish pin bars or inside bars at levels of support and resistance. And for a time, guys, right, this was working like gangbusters. I mean, for 3 to 6 months straight, I was probably earning my wage at work. So I was getting like, 2 incomes, right? Both the same, right? While I'm working 9 to 5, this other one I'm placing like 2 or 3 trades a week, if that, right? But the only thing is when you're trading end of day strategies and you're using, for instance, a bearish or bullish pin bar at a support or resistance level, you have to place your entry at the close of that bearish pin bar and then your stop loss at the tail. Now, right, that could be in excess of 150 to 200 pips. No word of a lie. So that's like, for instance, at £1 a point, I'm risking £200 on a trade. Now, I would, like, obviously you could risk £200 now on a trade, right? But then you're using much higher position sizes. But this was literally £1 a point, risking 200 pips, right? So I would never dream of doing that now. Not even dream of risking 200 pips, 100 pips, not even 50 fucking pips on a trade, right? Just not even dream of it right now using the event chain and supply and demand. It wouldn't even come into contention. Like it wouldn't even come into my mind space to use that amount of pips. Like that's ridiculous. But back then, it's all that I knew, right? And you know me, like when I dive into something, like I dive into it, right? So for 3 to 6 straight months, like I was earning the equivalent of my paycheck at work. And I thought, fuck, like I've made it. Like I've gone clear. Like this is gonna be me for the rest of my life now. Obviously when I was risking like 200 pips, I'm obviously going for like a maximum of say 3 times my risk, right? Just had to like put that in there. So after that 6 months of, you know, completely killing it, I had another 6 months where my account went from here to straight zero, like kaput, zero, nothing. And boy, did that fuck my self-esteem. Like it fucked my self-esteem, my confidence in the markets. It fucked me big time. Like it knocked me for 6 because I was literally on the verge of quitting my job, and then all of a sudden, like the strategy that's been working so well, yes, I had losses here and there, but you know they did not equate to the amount of gains that I was making, right? But it really did knock me for 6, and I think after that I just stopped trading, like completely. I just stopped trading. Sorry guys, let me take a sip of water. So I literally just stopped trading completely and just didn't even look at a fucking chart. Just worked, normally did my online marketing. I was, you know, creating affiliate sites here and there. So I was earning an income during that while I was working and so forth. And I just thought, no, fuck this. Like, I'm out. Like, I was devastated. Like, it rocked me so hard. Like, and to be honest with you, like, you know, it's a bit of a pussy move just to completely fucking like back out of something that I was very passionate about, right? But it hurt me in my soul, literally, like, because as I said, I was like on the verge of quitting my job. So it rocked me, man. Like, you know, I was telling my friends, I'm gonna become a trader, you know, I'm gonna stop working, I'm gonna do this, like, you know, and like trying to speak this shit into existence, but all it did was just turn into a straight fucking tragedy. And, you know, my pride got knocked. You know, like, people would ask me, like, what's happening with your trainer? I'd just be like, just winded. Like, you know, I just got beaten up by like 20 people. Like, I was bruised and battered and hurt emotionally. Like, fuck it. It took its toll on me. I can tell you that now. It took its toll on me. And I really should never have let that happen. And, you know, fair enough, you know, like we're human beings and we all have weaknesses, but guys, if you ever let anything knock you that much, sometimes you just stay down and you just don't even get back up again. So I'm lucky I fucking made it back, I tell you that now, right? I'm lucky that I made it back. I had some good people around me, you know, family, friends, and whatnot. So I'm lucky I kind of like made it back. But it knocked me for 6. And it certainly made me fucking stronger for it, because my skin is as thick as a fucking ox right now. And the energetic barriers that I have around myself ain't nothing getting in, right? But anyway, moving on. So after I kind of like fell by the wayside with that, kind of like took a year out, and then came back again. I don't know what, just to get fucking beat up again. I don't know why. I don't know why I came back, but I did. And that's when I discovered supply and demand. I think as probably everybody who discovers supply and demand, I think the whole world, if anybody's traded supply and demand, it always comes through Sam Sidon, right? Always comes through Sam Sidon. Now, I discovered Sam Sidon, and then I started, what really intrigued me about supply and demand is the risk reward ratio, right? When I'm used to risking 150, like literally maybe 120 pips, like on the minimum side of things, right? To seeing Sam Sidon risking like 20, 30, 40, 50 pips, I was like, sorry, what? And then like, you know, seeing like maybe like 5 times risk, 6 times risk, I'm like, huh? Like my whole world just completely changed, and like I was in again, sucked in again. So as you've probably seen, like from my previous videos, kind of like pre the event chain, you know, the all right, so let's go back. So I discovered supply and demand. I never bought a course on it. You know, never paid a premium for anything, just literally was online excavating sites and forums and videos and all of this stuff and trying to put together all what I've learned to come up with a strategy. And I think that's when I kind of like came out with my YouTube channel, which was probably, so maybe about a year in, after trading it for a year, you know, I found tiny little bits of successes here and there. And I think that's when I maybe started my YouTube channel. I think it was maybe like late 2017 or something like that. And, you know, it was working here and there, but they just, you know, I was going into larger time frame zones, looking for the same structure, that bearish engulfing or bullish engulfing structure. That's something that I just picked up on within supply and demand that I noticed. And then when I saw that, then I would take that zone. But a lot of the times, you know, as soon as it hit it, it would bounce. But then, you know, and me, just preservation of life and my account, I quickly moved stocks to break even. And like most of my trades would just be break even, break even, break even. And then a few wins here and there, a few losses here and there, but mainly break even, break even. I'm just like, what am I missing here? You know, what am I missing here? And by that time, you know, my YouTube channel was up and running. I was creating videos, basically giving people insights into the trades that I'm doing. You know, but I just noticed that everything was mainly sort of like hitting break even. You know, I was trying to follow, you know, rally base, drop base rally, all of that kind of stuff. And watching videos here and there and testing stuff out, testing strategies out time and time again. By this time, I'm not doing any back testing, guys, right? I may have done like demo trading in real time, but as you know, I only started back testing when I discovered TradingView like a few months back, and then realized that TradingView has a back testing capabilities on it. So I've just started back testing, which has changed the game completely for me. But back then it was just purely demo trading, right? Plus using my live account. So, you know, discovering supply and demand was basically the gateway that led me to the event chain. But back then, you know, it didn't have consistency, right? It didn't have consistency. I was just getting taken out at break even like more times than not, having a few wins here and there, having some amazing wins here and there. But most of the time I'd get taken out for break even, right? Just to protect my account. And guys, like, break even is amazing, right? It doesn't count for shit. Obviously you don't win, you don't lose, but it preserves your fucking account. So if you have an opportunity to put your thing at break even, if your trade is currently at 2 times risk, stick it to break even. You know, if it comes back, whips you out and goes like, fuck it, fair enough, you may have missed out on the trade, but you don't fucking lose, right? So I'm a big advocate of break even. I don't think that's something that I've really mentioned, but I'm a big advocate of break even. And I think that's at the point where I really wanted to shift my supply and demand trading into something that, because I believed in it, you know, I really believed in it, but for some reason, I just wasn't getting the consistency that I knew could be possible for me. Because I'm seeing Sam Siding, I'm seeing a few of his students make it. I spoke to a few of his students and stuff like that, and they're saying that, you know, some of the stuff that I've discovered from a few of my old videos, they're saying that some of the stuff that I've discovered, you know, they're paid for the course, but I've discovered this on my own. So I knew intuitively that I was kind of like on the right track, but something wasn't sticking, right? So I think by that time, that's when I told you guys that I'm taking a break, right? And that led to a whole, to be honest with you guys, when I actually took that break, I didn't even know whether I was coming back or not. And that is the truth. Like, I didn't know whether I was coming back or not. So I was just like, fuck, like, you know, I'm putting quite a lot of effort into this. I'm making money here and there, but probably, you know, losing as well, and like not really getting the profits that I like. And this stuff kind of like, when you're putting your heart and soul into this kind of thing, you know, it's just like, all right, look, I've got other stuff, I've got work, I've got my affiliate marketing and my online stuff. Like, you know, I can give this shit a break, right? If I don't have to keep on throwing money into this, right? I can just put it aside and just get on with other shit. But for some reason, Forex trading has just like got me by the balls, man. It's like a hot chick that's just got you by the balls, and you know, whatever she does, it's like, all right, baby, it's cool, it's cool. You know, let's just get on with shit, right? But she's just got me by the balls, and I absolutely love the market because it's just fresh, it's new. Every single day there's something new happening, you know. It's just every single day, it's never the same. It's never the same. So that's when I took a break. And on that break, I discovered a website called Maximum Lots. I can't remember who, is it Ian? I can't remember the owner of the site. And he was trading supply and demand. And you know, there's not that many supply and demand kind of like teachers out there that I discovered. You've got Sam Side and you've got a few others, but there's not that many out there. And there's not that many out there that are actually doing it well, right? There's, you know, supply and demand traders who mix in supply and demand with this strategy, that strategy, and that strategy. And I'm just like, no, like I am pure, right? To the fucking core. You won't see me talk of anything else apart from supply and demand trading. Like, that is my shit. So on that break, I discovered Maximum Lots, and the event chain strategy is, so let's just go back again. I discovered Maximum Lots and I bought his premium course, right? And within that course was the confirmation signal that you know now as the event chain. Now, within that course, he gave around, that was one of the strategies, the confirmation strategies. And there was like 2 or 3 other strategies. But I didn't focus on any of the other strategies because number one, they were really confusing and they just didn't make much sense to me. And there were too many variables. But this one thing really stuck with me. Like really, really stuck with me. And I was just like, hold on a minute. Like he's teaching this, like this is a confirmation signal, right? And he's teaching all these other trades that have many different variables, which could lead to much, much loss within your trading. But this one has got something to it. And I took that, and as he said in there, it's like, make it your own. So that's literally exactly what I did. And during that, I think it was, how many, was it 10 months? Was it even a year that I spent away? I'm not even sure. But during that time span, boy, did I go fucking deep. And I think it was around the time I discovered supply and demand trading. That's when I also discovered those books, just to go back a bit, you know, like these books that you guys know about, how to determine when a reversal is going to take place, what causes consolidations and retracements to form, and you know, all of these, right? Using spin hurdles, zero-sum game, finding supply and demand zones at work, how large institutions like these. I had these and I sat on them for a minute. And did nothing with them. But then that time away, understanding what his confirmation signal was, I basically took that and improved on it by fucking miles. And I can say that with certainty because what I've been able to achieve using that over the past 2 years or a year and a half, or since I discovered it, has been phenomenal. And when I discovered that, it's like another world opened up for me. It's like, number one, I can confirm beforehand whether a trade is even, you know, worth actually taking. It allows me to be patient. It means I don't have to be watching the screen all the time. It means I don't have to take large zones. It means that I can trade the daily supply to the daily demand by using the confirmation signal, which you know now as the event chain. Then I've improved upon that, having like, you know, daily event breaks, H1 event breaks, even weekly event breaks to determine whether that supply or demand level holds even more weight, and various other little variables as well. And I think you've seen that improvement from when I came back. And during that time, I devoured this shit. Like, devoured. And I can literally say that those books, without them, it would be a working strategy. It would be a working strategy to give you confirmation before you enter a trade, so therefore you're not taking trades that you think or hope might work because it's at that extreme. But now you know why that extreme even exists. Now you know why that pullback exists. Now you know why that consolidation exists. And you can play that consolidation because you know exactly what's happening. And then within that consolidation, you then see a bearish engulfing structure that's holding. It's now broken out of that consolidation area. So when it comes back and hits that bearish engulfing structure again, you short it because you know that the banks are manipulating the market while everybody else is playing a fucking game that they don't even know they're in. And that's when everything changed for me. Like, that's when everything got turned upside down. So I have to thank Maximum Lots, if he ever watches this, because I took your strategy, that one specific method that you used, and turned it into a fucking game changer. And when I came back, I had to share that with you guys, like, you know, unencumbered. And I'm so happy that I have, because the responses that I get from you and people on my site is fucking incredible. Like, you know, I'm glad I wasn't that type of person to go and learn that stuff and then fucking be like, oh shit, yeah, I'm not even like really that great at it yet, but I'm gonna fucking go and create a course and try and sell it to a fucking bunch of people that, you know, I think will buy this shit. It's like, I took what I learned over that year and I've demonstrated to you its effects through my videos, through my own personal trades, and then you've taken that demonstration, you've taken on that knowledge, You've become wiser as a trader. You've now even got the books, which you can get if you just click the link below in this description. Just a quick plug there, by the way. And you've grown. And for me, do you know what, like when I started this channel, like I was just like, you know, I just kind of wanted to show people, but now it's just like grown beyond my control and it's actually really changing people's lives. And since I've come back from that, you know, that year out and seen the effects that it's having on you, the effects that it's had on me as a trader, really understanding the market on a much deeper level, I will never fucking stop. Never. Not in a million gazillion years. Ever, 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 ever. Like, I'll be trading till I fucking die. Simple as that. Done. Right? I don't care about all the other shit, of the other businesses that I'll be doing or whatever. I'll be trading till I die because I love this shit. So, that is literally the journey, guys. It's been a roller coaster, and the event chain, I still feel that I think we're beyond scratching the surface, but I still think that there is more potential in it. Like, I took that one method and turned it into this thing that basically amplifies what's happening in the market for me and allows me to read the market. Obviously, these books allow you to read the market structure as actual human beings and behavior, which changes everything, which changes how you look at the market. Because if you begin to see these pin bars or these bars as human behavior, emotions concealed and wrapped within a bearish pin bar or a bullish pin bar or that structure that's forming, if you see that as human emotion, right, and behavior, then you're basically looking through the fucking matrix. And you have an edge that most traders simply don't. So yeah, that is the journey so far. It's been fucking crazy. As I said, like, you know, at one point I literally gave up, and, you know, I don't even know how I fucking found my way back, but I did. And I'm glad that I did, really happy that I did. Not only for, you know, learning a new skill set, you know, being able to make money from it and provide for myself, but building the community has been the funnest part of this journey so far. And getting your comments, which is basically fucking fuel for me to just keep on going with this shit. Like, it's been really fun getting to know you guys. It's been really fun hearing about your journey and, you know, your comments, you know, how you've improved and how it's changed the game for you and how it's given you more insights. And the comments that I get about those books as well, fuck, like, you guys are going in, because what I keep on hearing about that is just amazing stuff. You know, amazing stuff. And I know those books, like, will literally change the game for you, but most people aren't interested in the internal stuff, into the mind stuff, into how the actual market works, because strategy is above all and everything else. But anybody who reads that book, reads those books, you realize that the event chain is the kind of like the bonus to that, right? Because it just completes the picture. It totally completes the picture. So what is the future right now? So most of you know that I work at a company called BlueFX, where we basically fund traders. The company's been around for, I think, 3 to 5 years, and they've literally invented the industry. Literally invented the industry. And I'm the marketing manager at that company. And trust me when I say, like, this thing is global and we're taking it to very, very, very different places. Like, it's gonna be insane. Like, I'm trying to make BlueFX the household name for any trader that wants to get funded, right? Thing is, it's like when you first start out trading, like, you risk your own money, right? You're risking like maybe £1,000 to £5,000 of your own cash. You have the potential to lose that. With BlueFX, with a 25k account, you pay £99 a month and you're allowed to get a 10% drawdown and you get to pull out in 5% blocks. If you make 5% like 2-3 times in a month, you get to withdraw that. And then you pay $249 for a 50k account, right? And you use a 50-50 profit share, 10% drawdown and so forth. But if you make 10% on your 50k, you get 100k. You make 10% on your 100k, you get 200k. You make 10% on your 200k, they give you £1 million account. We had a trader from Morocco hit the £1 million account in 6 months, which is insane. And when you hit the £1 million account, you get certain luxuries that you don't get at any other account. But I think the company is amazing, and you know, I love my work there, and they've actually given me a 50k account as well. So that's something I'm going to begin trading in the next month or so. So I will update you on how that's going also, right? So yeah, it's like things are really fucking hotting up, and I am super pumped about the future and really, really excited about navigating the event chain. Now, I said I'm definitely going to be creating a course on the event chain, and I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I mean, I was thinking of just putting something together, but I really want to make it comprehensive. Videos, text, you know, the whole shebang. Guys, and it ain't going to be that expensive. I can tell you now, you're probably max going to pay, like, it's going to be between maybe 140 to 160 pounds, like, but you'll have videos and something like that. I want everybody to have this. You know, I'm not going to charge, you know, £5 course or anything like that. It's just no. And the reason why I want to make it so comprehensive is because you're not going to get no fucking like weekend chats with me, or there's not going to be no fucking weekend calls, or there's not going to be no, you know, me scrolling through the markets on a webinar showing you what I'm looking. It's just none of that. Literally, you're going to get the event chain from A to fucking Z, and then you use your own brain to work this into your own shit, right? And that's why, because I've got other things that I want to be concentrating on, more internal things, and, you know, building a few businesses so it can give me the time to focus on the internal journey that I'm on is really kind of like my goal. And that's why I'm working so hard. You know, that's why I have the 9 to 5. That's why I do the affiliate marketing. That's why I do the trading, because I want enough income that I don't have to focus on any of that stuff at some point, and I can just focus on all my internal work. I've discovered a very specific journey, and I need time, right? So I'm putting in some extremely, extremely hard work over the next like 4 to 5 years. So after that, I can have time to do more internal work on a consistent basis and have these things running for me in the background. So I can focus on the internal journey, which is even more mind-blowing. It's fucking like science fiction, but it's more real than anything. So yeah, that is that really, guys. You know, I hope you found this enjoyable. This is, you know, there's no editing to this shit. You know, guys, I'm just fucking raw with it, right? There's no fancy editing. It's just me and fucking you. This will be coming out on Tuesday. What are we? We're Sunday right now. So this will be coming out on Tuesday. I may even do another video. I think what I'm going to do is I have an idea just to kind of like interject videos here and there that are not necessarily about trading, that are more about kind of like, you know, what I'm doing personally. Let me know if that's something that you'd like, or you're just like, no, fuck you, Atlas, just give me the value. And, you know, talk to me about trading. I don't care about what fucking books you're reading or what the fuck you learned in a dream last night. Like, just give me the fucking shit. So you guys let me know. Because at the end of the day, this channel is now about you and, you know, making sure that in some way or form I can bring you on this journey with me while I'm growing, and I want to see you guys growing with me as well. So that is that. Shit, we're 34 minutes in. Fuck. If you've watched this till the end, you are fucking diehard, and I love you. I fucking love you. If you are here to the end, I fucking love you, and it really means a lot that you've even spent half an hour of your fucking time watching me talk shit. All right, but I love you. More videos coming out consistently on a regular basis, minnows twice a week, and let's get to it. Happy trading, guys.